And here we are, pace car not pulling off this time. I'm going to go one more lap around as we get ready for the second heat here. Jeffrey Smith starting us off in first, Irwin in second, Kevin Stanley Jr. in third, Belke in fourth, and LaGrave in fifth. Jay LaGrave, that is. Going to have a 12-lap shootout here. Throw some points out there and figure out our starting lineup. As the pace car pulls off, Jeffrey Smith on the inside going to get a good jump right on the outside. Actually, a bad jump. Going to be put three wide into turn one. Here comes Kevin Stanley Jr. on the inside. Not going to be able to make it stick as well to 00 on the outside. Irwin getting real loose. And they start to single file their way out. Belke looking now to get by Kevin Stanley Jr. looking to the inside. Just slide up the track just a little bit. There's a spin. Let's see how that happened. Right here, Belke on the bottom. Kevin Stanley just gets a little bit loose into the side of Belke, puts him in the wall. I mean, just hard racing. Guys are still trying to learn the track, and we're going to see that, I think, quite a bit in the first few laps. But I think once we learn this track, I'm not sure when this race is going to be, if it's going to be a night race or more daytime, but we'll have to see. Belke going down pit road, going to try and get that front end damage fixed. Got it fixed, actually. Looks like he has a little bit of rear end damage, actually. Belke stood on pit road. Gonna throw tires on it, looks like. Might as well. Starting in the back of a few cars. Only a few laps on the tires, but it'll give him an idea for the race if it's worth taking tires late in any of these. Not gonna lose a lap here like we were last week at Slinger. So timing and scoring has him in first. We'll see how that sorts itself out. He should be in last, technically. Yeah, as he crosses the line, that's going to fix itself. You see that damage on the front of Kevin Stanley right there, that right front. Not looking too hot right now. Let's see if we can get a good angle of that. Have to see it coming down the front straight here, yeah. You can see that right front all caved in there. Not really going to hurt too much on this short run, but I think if we were running in the race, he'd want to get that fixed. Could hurt that tire wear, the right front, but right here, right now, not too big of a deal. But the lights are off on the pace car. We're going to get one to go here. Already one to go. Jeffrey Smith still our leader. Charles Irwin in second, and Jay LaGrave in third. That first restart went three wide into turn one. Going to go single file here. See Irwin all over the back bumper, ready to go. Green flag's out, and ooh, Kevin Stanley Jr. jumping out of line back there. Kevin Stanley Jr. powering around the outside of Jay LaGrave. Oh, battle for the lead. Irwin trying to get to the outside. This track looks racy tonight. Two lanes working, but it looks like that top lane is really, really loose. Irwin got a little bit high there, got in the marbles. You can see him get really loose on corner exit. And now here comes Kevin Stanley Jr. on the inside. Looks like that top line is really good at defense, but you get up in those marbles, you're going to slide right up the track. Now Charles Irwin trying to make that inside work. Jeffrey Smith sliding up there. Irwin able to wrap that bottom so well, using a little bit of the apron there. You see he gets him loose on exit. Not able to close that gap. Jeffrey Smith went way wide, missing the corner. Gonna lose first, gonna lose second, it looks like. Not quite. It's gonna open the door for Kevin Stanley. Kevin Stanley gonna take full advantage. Gets a little loose again. Gonna open the door now for Belke to come back up through the field. As we see Charles Irwin now starting to pull away from Jeffrey Smith as he gets loose off the corner. I think that's what we're going to see a lot tonight. This track looks really loose. Looks like it doesn't have a lot of grip on exit, where everybody's going to struggle and where you're going to make those passes. Doesn't seem like entry. Everybody's pretty even on entry, but it's the exit is where everybody is getting killed right now. As Charles Irwin comes across the line, going to be 3 to go here. Battle for third place right now. Jay LeGrave off the pace, going to get lapped here just about. You see those guys starting to hit the wall there, trying to hang on to the car. Let's see how Irwin handles this lap traffic. Oh, Jay LeGrave wanted to stay out of his way, stayed up high, and Irwin did not get the memo. Stayed right behind him into the corner. Lap traffic, it didn't hurt Irwin as much, but Jeffrey Smith now has Kevin Stanley and Belke packed up again. Final lap though, is anybody gonna make a move? Charles Irwin has it in the bag, gets loose for Jeffrey Smith. Charles Irwin going to come off the corner, going to win the second heat. Jeffrey Smith in second. Kevin Stanley Jr. in third. Fourth, Austin Belke and Jay LeGrave in fifth.
All right, everybody, we are now gridding up for the feature race, 100 laps at Kern Raceway, as we wait for them to grid up. Looking forward to this race. It looks like there's going to be some good battles tonight, with the high line and the low line looking like it's working. This racetrack, to me, kind of reminds me a little bit of Martinsville. So it looks like we should begin moving here shortly. Yep, here goes off the pace car, as I believe it is one pace lap.
Yeah, I think 2 lanes. We're definitely going to see 2 lanes here. I think there isn't really a top or bottom dominant right now. It's just kind of, you can run the top and the bottom. It seems like the marbles, though, you get up in those marbles, is going to be a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, but that's a problem at every track. Again, this marble's just going to cool off those tires pretty bad. Which for some reason in these late models, it gives a lot of marbles at the top of the racetrack. I don't know if we start the track, get a higher percentage. But it looks like we're going to have 2 pace laps, and pace car should be in next time by.
All right, we got Smith up front, Irwin in second. Rough estimate because they're still like pacing, but Matt McDonald, Jeffrey Smith, second row, third row, Stanley and Zapata, and after that,
This car is
yeah.
in. Here we go, green.
A really good start for Smith here. Well, we got to say the first name now. We got Joseph Smith and Jeffrey Smith. Can't just say Smith anymore.
As we're single file over the front, that's up for third place. The 25 at McDonald is taking one of the Smiths too wide.
Jay LaGrave now spun. No caution yet.
Spun.
Gonna stay green.
We'll probably call out the caution. Nope, still no caution. That is surprising.
Yeah, as the field now single file just about.
I don't think we're getting any cautions because he was stopped on the top line.
Yeah, he was stopped completely sideways across the track. So it's going to take quite a bit. I think it might have to be like a multi-car spin here to see anything, as Joseph Smith has kind of pulled away and kind of checked out a bit. I mean, Charles Irwin the same amount of gap to third place here. And I think we're really going to see almost like a Darlington kind of race. Race the track, you got to let the guys come to you and make your passes later. Seems like we're really spreading out pretty quick. With this right here being our
closest thing I'm seeing is a 07, which is doesn't look like the right car number on that car.
Zapata and Jeffrey Smith here.
And then you get three bunched up in the back. Looks like we're kind of just gonna cruise along here for the first couple laps.
Man, only 100 laps, not a long race.
There. 18 of Sean LaGrave.
Oh, and here comes. Oh,
LaGrave is super loose right now. I'm not sure he does have a little bit rear end damage there from hitting the wall, coming out of 2 last time around.
Yeah, it's gonna stack him up behind. Creating a 4-car battle back here.
Looks to the inside of LaGrave.
Someone's spinning.
Car stopped. Oh, big wreck.
Looked like it was Charles Irwin who started that one. We'll have to take a.
Charles Irwin was sideways, and it looks like Zapata has had nowhere to go with him coming down the track.
What happened from second place? Charles Irwin was saying, yeah, it just gets loose. This track is very loose. Hits the wall real hard up the track, and nothing these guys can do behind.
It's a 96 of Smith, I believe.
Yeah, we'll take a look on board with him, kind of see what he saw. See, he goes up the track and just nowhere for him to go. Really unfortunate. See, I'm sure he's down pit road.
Oh, we got a couple people taking pit road entry. A little interesting. Lock up from the 24.
Belky going to be the first one down. He got a little bit of damage there. You can see on the right side of the car. Kevin Stanley Jr., I'm not seeing too much damage. Charles Irwin, I imagine, has a good amount. I mean, hit the left side of this car real hard. And Jeffrey Smith, I mean, that car's got to be in big trouble.
Joseph Smith is still our leader, I believe. Yes.
And it looks like Charles Irwin going to take that faster pair. Kevin Stanley's still down. Belky's still down.
The other Smith is now taking his wave around.
Smith's still on pit road here. Didn't take his faster pair. He's gone a lap down now. These guys do have faster pairs, right?
I believe so, but I don't think Bloki made it off pit road in time.
Oh no, it looked close when I was looking at it, but it's gonna trap him a lap down here. Trying to fix that damage without using the faster pair. Gonna cost him here, but just needs a caution.
I would have to say they have a faster pair, because Irwin made it out in plenty of time.
So did yeah, Irwin came out quick. I have to imagine he took it, because he hit that inside wall pretty
That
hard with the left front.
car looks pretty clean at the moment, so.
Which is interesting why Jeffrey Smith's still on pit road, unless he had to take a tow. He might have had to take a tow is what I'm starting to think now. Yeah, I think he had to take a tow.
But as the lights are off on the pace car now, so we should be going green this next time by.
We see Matt McDonald, the inevitable, up front. See if he has anything for Joseph Smith tonight, who seems really quick.
And there he goes off.
A huge jump. Gonna have a really good lead going into one. It's about
As
a...
the 18 of the grave looks the outside of the 91 of a spot is Esposito.
And it seems like that top really works well on these restarts if you can get it rolling. And then it seems like they even out. Hey, you can see Esposito just dropping back, running that really low line. Seems like it's not really there.
Well, he keeps getting trapped, not being able to go all the way up to the wall. I think that is running back in the wall a little bit. To make it work, you gotta have that wide entry to keep
LaGrave.
speed. Oh, Graham's been struggling on those rears a little bit.
It's going to hurt him long run if we get a long run. You got to save those rears here. It seems like that's going to be the big problem tonight.
So every time, oh, and cuts the nose off of Irwin there a little bit. But yeah, you gotta save him. Every time you get a little loose, you're flashing those surface temps. And that will kill you over a long run.
See him still trying, still falling back, still really struggling. We'll take a look on board. That's what it looks like for him. That corner didn't look too bad.
As Smith has shot that lead when we're almost a second now.
He's doing really good right now. He's not loose now. Of course, we go look at it, but looking up front, Smith, almost the only car on the screen when we're looking at him. And right now, Matt McDonald trying to run back down Javier Zapata. As the battle behind Kevin Smith and Charles Irwin. Just like Esposito, Kevin Smith, now Kevin Stanley stuck on the bottom. Irwin running the highest we've seen anybody really run today. Right up against the marbles.
Well, if you give him cleared out now, it's going to be really nice at the end of the run. He pulls the switchback, trying to make it work. So big squeeze to the bottom. Arrow loses the 5.
Ooh, and the double O just loose on corner exit. If you exit low, you just get, it's so uncomfortable. It looks really uncomfortable.
You just gotta big loose from the 5. You just gotta be a little patient on the throttle, and you'll save those tires.
And as that battle concludes, we've got the battle for third. And it looks like Joseph Smith, don't know if he's saving or falling back, but he's falling back quite fast right now. I don't know if it's Zapata's getting pushed by Matt McDonald and running quicker, or if Smith is just saving a little bit for later. Ooh, hard in the wall for Matt McDonald.
Looks like the car's okay though. Looks like you got that wheel strain back up before you hit.
And Zapata now
our one's a little loose.
Say under half a second now, was gaining almost up to a second, and now down to half a second here for second place. Joseph Smith's someone we haven't really seen in the league. We don't really know his skill level. Don't know if he's saving a little bit or drove it too hard in the first few laps and overheated his tires. Could be either way, just saving or overheated them.
Next lap will mark the quarter way through this race, so.
Ooh,
he didn't pit.
Matt McDonald loose. Oh,
so he keeps out of the wall.
Charles Irwin loose. This is going to make a new battle here.
Irwin looks to the outside of McDonald, able to hold him off for the time being. And they both struggled a little bit past 2 runs of just keeping the tires, keeping grip. It is,
Ooh, there he goes again. Matt McDonald struggling with the rears on exit. I'm gonna open
It's
the door.
not too warm track. We get about 85-degree track temp, so it's not the coolest, but it's not like we're running on a 112-degree track. So I think it's just more of not able to keep heat in the rear tires right now. It looks like McDonald is running a Halloween paint scheme. Looks like a Black Rifle Coffee Company Halloween scheme.
You see
Let's
almost
see,
3
get the
wide.
flag.
You
Oh,
see it
contact.
back there.
And he helps him get back straight.
See, they was almost like a 3 wide moment here. Look from behind on Irwin. You see him get not loose, just hanging the back out, and then that McDonald in front runs a lane higher, and then Kevin Stanley thinks about going to the inside of Irwin, and they just run out of room there. As leaders down pit road.
Gonna probably take tires now and at least fuel with 70 to go.
Joseph Smith, Javier Zapata, and Matt McDonald down pit road. We'll see these guys taking tires up front. It's going to cycle to the lead, Sean LaGrave. Was having a good run. I think he was 4th or 5th. Esposito
Here
now
comes
coming down.
91.
Kevin Stanley Jr. coming back down. Charles Irwin now coming down. Irwin out of a faster pair, so the spin didn't look too bad. Kind of looked like they just were grazing against each other. Shouldn't be much damage, if any, to be honest. Velke also coming back down. That's going to make our top 3 Sean LaGrave, Joseph Smith, and Javier Zapata. So it looks like the whole field came down to pit road except for Sean LaGrave, with Smith cycling back out to second after coming down pit road.
Some good news with the cautions tonight. We're not going to have the chaos from last week where we don't have caution laps counting.
Yeah, that was interesting. As you can see, Jeffrey Smith gonna get his lucky dog. Bring him to 2 laps down.
We're coming up about a third of the way through the race now.
Yeah, I want to see this run green. I want to see these guys have to manage those rear tires. I think if we can get a nice 50 lap run in here, at least, I think we'll really see some comers and goers. I mean, we saw
Race cars in.
Joseph Smith starting to fall back, but we'll see. Is Sean LaGrave going to take us green here? Not get the best of jumps.
Flag man.
Yeah, and Joseph Smith going to get around the outside. We'll see if he can make that pass. Going to send it yellows out.
Caution is back out. Kevin Stanley or somebody. Not sure what happened there.
Not seeing anything that would have happened unless there's someone. Jeffrey Smith kind of far back. We'll see if that's what it was.
They weren't caught up yet.
Ah. So it looks like our leader is going to cycle to Joseph Smith here. Going to get the lead off of that. It almost looked like a mistake from Sean LaGrave. I mean, just didn't really get the power down as quick as he needed to, and it let Joseph Smith get to the lead. Comes Jeffrey Smith getting another lap back.
Didn't get the power down, so he just got the lead right before they threw the caution. It's unfortunate timing.
I wonder what these guys need for fuel, because Sean LaGrave has not pit yet. The only car who hasn't pit. Yet. So if these guys need fuel, if that was their fuel window, he's still going to need to come in, take fuel at some point. That'll be something to watch. If these guys need another fuel stop, then we go, say, 20 laps and another caution. That could be a huge play for him.
Oh yeah, that'd be a very big thing here.
But he was already running 4th. He's already back to 2nd here. It'll be interesting to see what tires do. These guys, I think, just about all took tires either on that last stop or the stop before. So he's probably on somewhere around, at the very least, 20, 25 lap old tires compared to the field.
At most.
Yeah. But the lights are off, I believe. Yep, pace car coming down. Going to start single file this time. Jayla Graves still trying to catch the field to see if he makes it up there. Going to be on the lead lap. Jeffrey Smith 1 lap down. They get to the restart zone, and the 31 waits really long.
Gives the 07 Zapata room to jump. Look, Sean Grave there a little bit. It looks like he's going to keep position, but Zapata timed that restart perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, the 31 just waited and waited, and the 07 just went right with him. Caught kind of Sean LaGrave sleeping a little bit.
He looks to the inside of Sean LaGrave. Oh!
Esposito got loose back there, falling back now. Go back up front here. Zapata looked to the inside, giving a bump to the 18. 18 going to go up in the marbles. Going to hit the wall.
That's McDonald looks like he's going to clear him too. See if Irwin can take advantage of him being stuck on the outside.
18 got a good run there. Looked a little bit loose, but a really good job at defending up top.
Smith once again has a 1 second
Ooh.
lead. Oh, big contact.
And I wonder how much this has to do with tires. I mean, it's not much of a difference, but you can see he's really struggling on exit. Like right here is where he's struggling. You see him hit the wall. So it looks like tires might matter quite a bit here. See him struggling.
Short track racing at its finest. Tires are gonna. It's a flat track. You're carrying a lot of speed through the corner. Easy to overheat that right front. And so what it kind of looks like he's struggling with is he's oversteering the car a little bit, and that rear end stepping out on him. Let's watch here. See, kind of opens the steering there to get up to the wall, but has to make a quick adjustment, which that's going to cause that rear end to do some funky things due to the quick steering input.
Go back up to Charles Irwin up here, trying to reel in Matt McDonald, but Joseph Smith pulling out right now to a almost, I don't want to say 1.5 seconds, but it's getting there.
So we are coming to 46 to go, next time by. Let's go to the cockpit of Irwin if we can. I want to see the wheel input.
Yeah, I was seeing he was getting kind of loose out of the corner there that last time by.
So watch here. Minimum wheel input there.
You see him turning to the right out of the corner. It's just showing just how loose it is. And he's not even turning it that much. You're really hustling the car.
That's how flat the track is. You're putting a lot of pressure, or kind of pushing the limits of those rear tires, and once you step on that gas, it's kind of like the trucks we were driven those.
Well, that's the thing.
And it just steps out on you.
It's flat on the straights, but it's got a nice amount of banking in the corners. But it's right when you want to get back in the gas is when it starts flattening it out, and that's what the problem is. You're losing all the banking you're relying on for that right rear tire to hold on to right when you want to get back in the gas.
But me and you race against somebody who loves a loose car like this, where it gets loose coming out of the corner. But not everybody likes that feeling. You gotta have a certain feel for the car for that.
Yellow's out.
And we have another caution.
Esposito. Take a look at what happened here. Grave gets up the track, and Esposito, oh, net code.
Oh, net code. I think that might show a little bit of the net code there.
Yep. Unfortunate there. They look like they both had enough
They
room.
came back around, and looks like the Grave might have tagged the wall again. Trying to spin the car around. If we can get a view of the Grave about half a lap ago.
Did he spin it?
Whoever that car on the inside was there, looked like when he spun around, he went back into the wall.
Oh, Sean LeGrave. Oh, comes right up in front of the leader.
Oh, no.
Let's take a look at Joseph Smith now on pit road.
And then puts him back in the wall.
Joseph Smith, where is he? He's on pit road getting the car fixed. Took his fast repair. He's going to lose the lead. Our fastest car of the night gets taken out by a car trying to straighten out. And that's kind of the issue here. If we take a look at cars on track, as they come to the front stretch, there is not a lot of room for a single car. I mean, he could have stayed low, but
that's gonna be interesting to see what the stewards do there, due to that was kind of an unsafe rejoin.
Yeah,
right in front of the leaders under caution.
Yeah, it's a hard spot for him because you got to rely on your relative that comes up. You don't have a spotter to tell you, oh wait, you can look out your windows. It's hard to see, but you just got to pay attention to that relative.
I get part of it, but also you just gotta pay attention to your relative. Realize, oh,
Are we
I got
going
cars
green
coming
here?
up. No, light's still on the pace car.
All right, real quick, we're going to take a look on board here with Joseph Smith from when he crashed. He's running good speed. We'll see what he saw. And yeah, I mean, they had nothing he could do. I mean, just he comes up right into him.
I would like to see the onboard of Sean LeGrave there, because it does not look like that car was turning at all. Oh, yeah, it was. That wheel locked out, but that sounds like he's still in fourth gear, though.
Yeah, it sounded like a fourth gear start there. That would probably be the problem, as we are double file getting ready to go again.
Go. As we're green, as the 5 Stanley bumps the 7 of Zapata, or the 11 of Zapata, whichever one you want to look at, tower or
a great
car.
block there for Zapata going into the corner. Going to leave Matt McDonald not be able to get side by side with him into turn 1. Let's get Javier Zapata the lead. Matt McDonald chasing him.
So 24 Bloki gets around the 5 of Stanley.
And I want to mention it.
Smith.
Already up to 4th. Our leader has been up in 4th already. We'll see how quick he can get through this pack. Is definitely the fastest car today, without a doubt, as he looks on at a 2-wide battle here for 2nd.
Yeah, 2-wide battle. It'd be interesting to see if he throws it 3-wide. They're leaving the space for it to happen through the corner.
I thought Belkey was going to jump up to the top there, try and clear it. He has room here to clear, not going to do it. Oh, there he goes up, and it's going to get Matt McDonald loose.
Contact. There we go. Gets Stanley go by McDonald. That's unfortunate timing. Here we go. It looks like Zapata has about a 6/10 lead to Smith now, but it looks like
yeah, Belkey's coming quick.
Belkey's coming. So we are coming to 41 to go next time by.
But right behind him, here comes Joseph Smith. It'll be interesting to see if this goes green the whole way, if his tires can hold on. He's very smooth. He's one of the only cars I haven't seen that rear end really step out. He's doing a really good job at having really good speed and just keeping the car under him. I mean, just look at how smooth he is. We'll go on board. Hits the apron there, gonna get him a little loose, but we'll see down here in turn 3 and 4 if there's any difference.
He came off the throttle when he got loose. He didn't keep it pinned, so the car never stepped out.
Right there, he never turns right. He never turned right there out of the corner. So not only is he driving fast, but he's keeping the tires underneath it. Being real patient here.
As it looks through the inside for second place, gets to the inside.
Ooh, is he going to use him?
And Belky, I mean, I don't say he was using him, but I think Belky just came down and kind of
squeezed him.
Put a door on him.
Yeah. Trying to hold on the outside, making it work a little bit, but right now, tried to clear. Not going to be able to clear here. Should be able to clear here and get second place.
As he does. And now Zapata's got to be careful. Hopefully he's watching his mirror there and watch what he did there to try to defend it off.
You see right there, that little bit, Zapata wasn't able to hold that bottom line. He slid up just a little bit, and I think that's the difference we're going to see here with Joseph Smith.
He looks inside now.
Yep, right there. Zapata's not getting to that bottom. He's going to have to block it, but it's too late now. Joseph Smith is close enough to make a move. Going to stay patient here.
Zapata's going to have to defend that move. He's going to have to come down a little earlier than he is. If we look at the difference, I mean, Smith is cutting down the track super early.
Yeah, and Zapata's not even hitting that white line like Smith is.
As they kind of single file it back out.
And there he goes, going to drop down to the bottom. Joseph Smith going to try that high line. Not going to really work. Going to lose a little bit of time to Zapata. Ooh, and loose out the back. Charles Irwin, it looked like. Or it might have been Kevin Stanley Jr. One of them real loose.
You might lose a little time, but you're going to have the speed coming into 3 and 4. If you're doing it 3 or 4, coming to 1 and 2.
As we're 2/3 of the way through the race. Joseph Smith trying to get back to first. Going to try and cross him over out of the corner. He's there.
Ooh,
he hits the apron.
Hits the apron, but sticks to the white line. Still side by side. Here we go. See if Smith can make it work this time by.
Javier Zapata holding on really well on the outside, side by side, down the back stretch.
Well, the thing is Smith isn't really having to take a different line than what he was before, as he makes the slide job work.
Joseph Smith wrecking out from the lead, already back in the lead about 20 laps later.
So we have 30 to go next time by.
A little battle happening back here. Matt McDonald trying to get around Kevin Stanley Jr. Ooh, a car off the wall. Jeffrey Smith hard in the inside wall. Might have saved it. Might not even hit it. Just got a little loose. This battle, Matt McDonald on the outside. Kevin Stanley going to let him go.
Play over there. You got 29 laps left to do on these tires. If we say green, that's a long time. As we have the 24. I didn't realize this earlier, but that is throwback scheme to Jeff Gordon's flame car. What would that been? 2012 to what, about 23, I believe? Or 22?
What are you talking about?
The Jeff Gordon's flame car.
It went that long?
I believe so.
Oh.
So remember he changed it from the rainbow car, but I want to say around the early 2010s. And I think it stayed on his car for the rest of his racing career. As the lights finally come on.
The lights are on. I thought he rode the drive the end hunger thing. As he goes to the inside, Zapata gets a little bit loose there. Zapata gonna try and cross him over, but
I might have missed a little bit because from about 2020 to 23, I was in college, so I was at football games.
Irwin really sending it in there, trying to get around Zapata. See if he does it again. Not going to dive it in as hard as he did last time. As Smith and Esposito back here. Starting to close in on each other. Oh, and around goes Sean LaGrave. Gonna save it, though.
He has not been enjoying this Kern Speedway tonight.
Joseph Smith almost up to a second lead after being starting in fourth place. Fifth place.
This place, I believe.
As
But
this battle,
2 cars way into the wall.
this battle's still going on. Zapata doing a good job at playing defense now.
We got less than 25 to go, coming to 23 to go across the line.
And Smith still pulling away up there in front. Losing a little bit of time now, but we'll see if those tires are going to hold on.
Do you want to know the crazy thing here?
Everyone can drive down low. Zapata going to let him by. Zapata gets loose.
Oh! Saved by Zapata. But he's got McDonald hot on his tail now with that loose moment. Got to lose some time.
Zapata's really struggling, I think, right now with his tires. He just doesn't really have it.
Oh, he is catching up just a hair now.
You can see he can't enter on the bottom. He keeps sliding off the bottom and up to the top line, almost like he's tight.
He's hitting the apron. Anytime you hit the apron, you're going from a bank surface to now only part of your tires are touching. So you're basically those inside tires are giving you no grip.
See Zapata running that second lane. It's just not working right now. As battle for the lead starting to not heat up, but it was 0.8 seconds. 8/10 down to 7/10, so we'll see if Belke can catch him. Smith had to drive really hard to get back up through, but we did see he wasn't really hustling the car. See if he has enough to hold on just 18 more laps.
It's kind of a quiet field right now.
Yeah, everybody pretty single filed out. Jay LaGraves brought it down pit road. Coming back out of pit road 3 laps down. So we'll walk ourselves through the field. Joseph Smith right now going to be in first. Austin Belke in second, up 6 spots, our biggest mover so far. Charles Irwin in third. Matt McDonald in fourth. Javier Zapata in 5th. Kevin Stanley Jr. in 6th. Jeffrey Smith in 7th. Angelo Esposito in 8th. Sean LaGrave in 9th, and Jay LaGrave rounding out the field in 10th. Closest battle right now is going to be Jeffrey Smith and Angelo Esposito on track. Still quite a bit of distance between them, though. As Belke kind of stuck at that 7/10 of a second gap.
Yeah, I think Smith is kind of just controlling the field at the moment.
Yeah.
Kind of pushing when he can as they're coming out the lap cars now of Sean LaGrave. I think that's Sean, or is that
I think that's Sean, yep. The field really spread out.
We got about a second gap on everybody other than Smith and Esposito. As we're coming to 10 to go next time by.
Yeah, and you see just Smith starting to pull away just a little more from Belke. Trying to extend that to a second lead here.
I'm not wondering if Smith didn't slow down a little bit just to save enough for if we have a green-white checkered.
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing just such a great job at just being smooth. I don't even know if he has to. I don't even know if he's not even driving that car hard. You don't see the back end coming out. You see him being able to just hug the bottom really nice. And then on exit, it's just so smooth. If you look at Belke, I mean, I think he's doing a really nice job too. We'll see here. Yeah, he's doing a nice job. But you see back there, Irwin back there just loose. And these guys have pulled almost combined 2 seconds over those few behind.
I think the difference is Smith is able to be just a hair quicker while being smooth, as Belky is just having to really slow down the corners just to keep those tires in check.
And it feels
as the
like
more the track cools down, it's going to be harder and harder not to flash the surface temps of the rear tires, which is going to really hurt you.
Yeah, and I think we've kind of seen Belky and Joseph Smith kind of in a league of their own tonight, kind of the 2 fastest cars. And then you got the next group of Irwin McDonald and Zapata, who've kind of been racing around each other. And then Kevin Stanley, you can kind of throw him in that group. Fell off a little bit, but
I think that was Jay LeGrave in the wall hard.
There's trouble with these guys trying to get by the lap cars here. Jay LeGrave trying his best to stay out of the way.
Here comes the 5 to go.
Is this battle now for 3rd place? Lap car getting in the way a little bit. McDonald going to dive inside.
Good discipline there, not just to keep that speed up and float up and tap the quarter panel.
Yeah, as they're dealing with one more lap car. I think he's going to get in the way before the end of the race. He is. Oh, he gets loose. Sean LeGrave spinning yellow is out.
Man, caution's out with 4 to go.
We saw that one live. Just
So
Sean
this will
LeGrave.
be technically, I believe, a green-white checkered of.
Now, I want to watch this really quick. Just gets loose, but I really want to go watch these leaders, see if anyone's going to pit. I think tires are going to matter on this restart. I know, but I think track position is going to be a little bit better. I think if you're in the last half of the field, you're going to come down and take tires.
I believe so. Also,
And there it is, Irwin coming down, Belky coming down, Matt McDonald, Javier Zapata, the whole field except for Joseph Smith coming down.
Well, I think the main thing is we've watched, if you can get a good run.
Esposito staying out.
We do have the 1 of 2 green-white checkers. This is going to count as our first one.
So Esposito here staying out. This could be huge if tires don't matter. Joseph Smith staying out. This is going to get interesting.
I'm not saying tires don't matter, but I'm thinking Joseph Smith has been so consistent all day on the bottom.
But the thing is, there's not going to be a single car behind him that's on old. He doesn't have that buffer. There's no buffer.
But my thing is you can't make the pass on the outside.
Belky going to come out first. I think he just took 2 tires. Kevin Stanley out. I think these guys all took 4. Stanley might have taken 2. We'll see here.
But I think if Smith can hold the inside and just keep pulling that slide job and just kind of not go all the way up to the wall, but kind of make it where you have to take a really low entry in the 3 and 4 and just rip the outside, he'll be able to hold them off. For I mean, we're only going to have, you got 1 lap then white flag, so
yeah,
it's not like we got to hold them off for 10 laps.
That's true. So we've got,
and then you also got Esposito, who's going to be your buffer car.
Yeah.
At least for the guys on the outside.
So we've got Belky and Stanley are going to be our buffer cars with 2 tires. I don't think anybody's done that yet tonight. And then everyone else on 4 tires. So this is going to be really interesting to see what works and what doesn't. This is probably the worst time for them to try it, but this is where you make your positions.
Lights are now out on the pace car, so pace car will be in this lap.
And Belky taking 2 from 3rd place, going to put him back in 3rd place. I bet he's wishing he took 4. He probably thought that more guys were going to take 2 tires, and now he's at a little bit of a disadvantage here, but we'll see how much. Joseph Smith now is on last on pit road on lap 50, so he's on about 45 lap old tires here.
That's pace car is in. It's basically going to see how much wheel spin he gets here.
Yep. He's off.
And here we go.
And Belky right on his bumper here.
As
Belky on 2 tires. Belky's got to run on the got to run. Gonna send it inside. It's gonna hold.
Let him have it.
Smith, I think that's just tires. 1 to go, side by side.
Now, so this is the last lap of the race. Here we go. Side by side, Smith is edging out just a hair.
You see side by side, not much of anything. Belky gonna drive it in. Smith trying to get the run on the outside, not going to be able to get it, gets loose. Belky going to win with the 2-tire call. Charles Irwin
had
in
a good
third.
recovery too.
Javier Zapata, Matt McDonald, and all right.
Some murdering happening now.
But I want to go back before we see this. There was good battles throughout the field there. Had to cover the lead, but other than that, if we go back and look, I mean, there was a lot going on back in the field here. If we go back and look back here,
Oh, those.
just a lot going on. It's different tires. Esposito, you can see him falling back on the old tires, so tires definitely mattered. Jeffrey Smith got over the back bumper and spun.
Oh. Unfortunate ending right there for Jeffrey Smith.
And we go back to live.
Yeah, we missed burnouts.
And we missed burnouts. It's all right. We had to see the end of the race. It was too exciting. But I mean, this did not disappoint.
Oh no, did not disappoint whatsoever. You're correct.
You know, I saw Belky get a great jump there with Smith. I think you were right. If Smith got a good jump, I think he had it. But then Belky got right up to his bumper on that restart and basically entered the corner on his bumper, and it just let him get to him.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for Smith there is if he wanted to hold it, he was going to have to, when he let him have the button inside, it's kind of throw the block there.
Yeah.
I've been known to do that on last laps. But it's just, you have to throw it and
throw the block, or you got to pinch him there, because he left him a lot of room to use the track. But I think at that point, he was really driving the car as hard as he could versus that 2-tire call for Belky.
And that's what you have to do there. You got to drive the car hard.
Yeah.
And hope for the best, honestly. Sometimes you'll get the better, sometimes you don't. But it's a fun part about racing there, though, is you never know.
As we wait for some drivers to show up, we'll go through our lineup, or not lineup, our finishing results. If you want to take the first half.
All right, your winner tonight, Austin
Belky. There you go. You're getting it.
Second place is Joseph Smith. Third place, Charles Irwin. Fourth place, Javier Zapata. Fifth place, Angelo Esposito. Sixth place, Kevin Stanley Jr. Good recovery from him. Seventh place, Jeffrey Smith. Eighth place, Matt McDonald. Ninth place, Jay LaGrave. And 10th place, Sean LaGrave.
Yeah, and a good showing from Jeffrey Smith and Matt McDonald, but really nothing to show for it tonight. I think when we were looking at points, Matt McDonald, I think, had lost the lead to Charles Irwin, and now Irwin with the third place finish. That's going to be really good for points for Charles Irwin. I think going to run away with the lead just a little bit with 4 races to go, I think.
I believe so, but we have our third place finisher now, Charles Irwin. We got you, Charles?
Yeah, you got me.
Oh, talk us through that race. It looked like the rear tires never really wanted to grip up during it.
Yeah, that was the main problem I was having, especially with my spins earlier on in the race. It really sucked to junk it there and have to use fast spur so early, and then to wreck again. But luckily, Kevin and I didn't get any damage at all. I got so lucky on that. But it was definitely a really, really tough track. I mean, I don't know what we did to it, but the whole track was marbles. I don't know if you could see that, but the whole thing was marbles. So it was loose as it was, but but the marbles definitely didn't help. We just couldn't really get on it until it started cooling down, and then those marbles started to move out of the way. But yeah, that was the main issue tonight.
Yeah, you really seem like you and Matt McDonald were racing each other a lot, but it seemed like it was every other lap one of you guys would get loose and kind of open the door for another guy.
Yeah, Matt and I always battle well together, and we were again battling really well tonight. No contact between the two of us at all during any of those battles, and I think he finished. It says here he finished the lap down. I don't know how he finished the lap down. He should not have, unless he got passed on pit road or something. Or maybe got a black flag. Excuse me. But I thought I cleared it. But anyway, I mean, it was just a good battle with him. But yeah, we opened the door for Kevin there during our battle, and then somebody else later on maybe. But yeah, it was good battle between everybody tonight.
Yeah, well, I think you lead points after tonight. I mean, you already were in the lead, but third place finish. Kind of pack that lead a little bit. Two guys who aren't full time, first and second, at least might be full time going forward, but whole season haven't ran it. So this is basically a first place for you for guys running championship.
Yeah, it was really good to see Joseph Smith come in tonight. Been talking to him last couple weeks, and said his Tuesdays have opened up. So it was good to get such a high-rated driver like him in, somebody that kind of dominated it until the very end there, obviously. But yeah, this is kind of like a win for me, I guess. Well, yeah, we'll just go to next week at the Bull Ring and see what we can do there.
Yeah, well, you got any more for him?
I was gonna say, you have any shouts for tonight?
Yeah, like I said, just shout out Joseph Smith for coming in. I really enjoyed having a driver that was, at least a tenth faster than a lot of us, or at least a couple hundredths that could consistently do that and be up there. I mean, and he led 80 laps, so I was just excited to get him in. Thanks to Austin, Javi, Angelo, Kevin, Jeffrey, Matt, and then Jay and Sean as well for coming in, racing, completing every lap they could, getting more practice in this car for next season, and just giving us or helping us eclipse double digits for another week. So yeah, I'll just look forward to more racing next week.
Yeah, you say, I want to mention one thing. You say bringing Joseph Smith in here. It reminds me a lot of when we brought Jonathan Cofield in with the WRL League. He was real fast for a few weeks, and then the field started catching him once they started figuring out they had to get quicker to beat him, and finally he wasn't as dominant anymore. So hopefully it makes this league better and everyone in it better too. That's always the goal when you bring in a fast guy.
Yeah, no, totally. I mean that was the goal with bringing him, and also let's see here, also him and where's he at? Is he on? Jordan Fisher. Bringing him and Jordan Fisher. They raced together, and they're both pretty high rated, so higher than me and I think Bill.
Yeah, I have some. I do some leagues with Jordan Fisher.
He's good.
He is super fast.
Yeah, it was nice to see that kind of rated drivers be interested in such a young but also such a lower series. I mean, they freaking race up cars and stuff. That's what they were doing before. That's what Joseph was doing before he came over here this week. So it was just like you said, just to be able to challenge ourselves and get faster with this car and get better, to the point where we're battling with him and he's not quarter of a straightaway, half a straightaway in front of us, and we're just looking at his back bumper. So, but I mean, I don't know if he didn't have any tires left or what, but not pitting, maybe we can exploit some bad strategy from him or something, because not pitting was probably not the right decision there, but paid out for Austin in the end.
Yep. Well, with that being said, we'll ask the man himself. I don't think he's in here yet, but hopefully we can get him.
He's in
Oh,
here.
is he? Oh, all right.
Yep. Austin, we got you.
Yep, loud and clear.
So we've
Alrighty, well,
got a race winner tonight.
take us through that last green-white checker. That looked like a lot of fun with you and Smith battling out for the win.
Yeah, that was intense. I'm amazed we were able to race so hard, and I don't think either of us got a single X. So I knew going into that, I figured I had to pit because my tires were gone. Like I was keeping up with him, but I think he was just laying back to try to conserve his stuff. In the event we had a green-white checkered, and I was kind of sitting there knowing if we had something happen, I was going to have to pit anyways. So I figured I might as well just push him to see if I can get his tires to wear out, and then maybe Charles or Kevin was saying he might stay out too, and Angela did. I think Angela staying out was a good decision for him based on what we saw at tire wear for the last couple of weeks. I was quite surprised that I was even able to pass Joseph there. I figured he, 3 laps, a green white checkered, his tires are going to be more than fine, but for whatever reason, they were just wore out enough that I could get him on the bottom there.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how many I thought we'd see a split decision, like the back half would come in, and then, the whole front group came in. It was like first stayed out and last stayed out is what it looked like, just about, and it really shook up the field. And I wasn't sure. I saw you guys took 2 tires, you and I forget who else, but I was like, oh, this is gonna be interesting because it's not just 4 tires. You got to make the 2 tires work.
Yeah, if I had the choice, if I knew, everybody was going to be taking 4 tires, I would have taken 4 too. I wanted to get 4. I was worried I was going to be way too loose on the 2 tires or either way too tight. It's really hard to say how putting on just right or left sides is going to make the car handled. So I figured out second was, like I said, the best I thought I could have done, and that's basically just go out there and assume that Joseph was the only one that stayed out, and Angela did too. So I figured, oh, maybe I can kind of get him on the inside on the start. But yeah, crazy finish.
Well, it's a crazy one. Made it very fun to call, and it's nice to see all of y'all get in the battle, and also nice to see y'all get to run some green flag laps to kind of figure out the tire wear instead of just constant side-by-side fighting.
Yeah, definitely. It goes a long way in terms of, making us kind of understand how hard we can push the car, because that's really difficult to understand when you have these 100 lap races, and we have 3 sets of tires normally, but it's difficult to know just how hard you can push the car if you're going to have 50 laps or 100 laps, or maybe you have to pit for fuel at some point, so you're going to push it hard, pit for fuel, and then push it hard again. And so it's nice for us to get that, and I think the racing always gets a lot better when guys start to slip and slide and the tires were out. And you saw, I mean, at the end of those green flag runs there, the racing was phenomenal. You could get right next to somebody and race side by side, and that was awesome.
Yeah, we haven't had too many tracks where it's been 2 lanes. I mean, it seemed like that top lane really worked and the bottom lane really worked. Not top lane, but second lane. It seemed like there was also a lot of marbles. If you got in those, you were kind of a fish out of water.
Yeah, I don't. We were all cracking jokes about that on the pacing laps, and even like halfway through the race, there were just a ton of marbles from like turn 3 all the way to turn 1, and we didn't know why, but it made for some interesting racing.
It's interesting as always what we like to see because it makes it real fun to call. It's better than basically just what I like to call. Let's run 100 laps of we're going to be single file or super speedway racing, where it's a lot of action the last 10 laps, and that's about it.
Yeah, I've done a lot of broadcasting, and great racing is fun to call. Interesting racing is fun to call. When you get both of them in the same night, it makes it way easier as a broadcaster, and it kind of not just filling time or podcasting, right, with whoever else is in the booth. So it's always nice.
Oh, yeah. Well, alrighty. Do you have anybody you'd like to shout out tonight?
Yeah, the good Lord, my parents, everybody that races in this league, and the admins that put this thing on, my team, Different Path Motorsports, my amazing fiance, and you guys do a whale of a job up here in the booth. Michael said it last time. You guys keep getting better and better every week, and it is very apparent that you guys just keep raising the bar week over week. These are a joy to watch.
Hey, we appreciate it. We're figuring it out as we go. I mean, I say that every week, but I feel like we've kind of done a little bit more here and there every week. I mean, me and Hillman here are new in the booth, talking over each other here and there, still trying to find our cadence, but it's definitely a learning process.
Is
Yeah,
that
sure. You guys are doing a great job, though.
well, thank you, and I think that's all for tonight, is it not?
Erwin, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm sorry. What's up?
Do we have Joseph Smith anywhere around? I don't know what his Discord name is, but
It's his Discord name is like SR or something. I don't think he'll be
all right.
coming.
All right. Well, I think that does it for us then. We've went through our little overall.
Oh, yeah.
So where are we next week?
Bullring.
Mooring, another track I think I have to buy,
Same here.
but it's all right.
I would like to say something that I've been thinking a lot about next season, and we're going to be staying in the late model stocks for another year, for another season. I'm thinking it's going to be maybe a couple weeks longer, not that much, maybe 2 or something. But we're going to go to a whole new schedule, different tracks, but we're going to do a couple more free tracks. Maybe Marty mentioned Legacy Phoenix, so you can kind of book that on there. You know, as we close out the season here in the next couple weeks, I'll be putting that together, editing the rules and the document and stuff. But I'll be putting that together over the next couple weeks, and I'll have that out the week after we get done. So, but that'll be we'll be staying in this car, and like I said, whole new scheduled tracks, and some more free ones in there since we only had I think 1 in the schedule. So, yeah.
Well, we look forward to it. Hopefully, we'll be around to broadcast it. From what we've seen this season, I'm sure we'll have some good racing. I mean, even the races that were kind of not the best, kind of a little bit boring. I don't want to say boring because they still had their moments, but I mean, just great racing all around. I mean, it seems like everyone here is, I don't want to say friends, but we're all close in terms of like a little group we've got here, you know?
Yeah, that was the target with this year, as we know, to get a good group and build a good foundation. And you know, during this upcoming off season here in a month, the goal is to build it but not overdo it, and get 15 guys a week. I mean, something around there. We've had numbers close to that before, so I know we can do that. I'm just so proud of this group, that we've built, even if they're up front or not every single week. And yeah, just a tight knit community is something that can really pay dividends in the future. So
Yeah, I mean, we've been able to keep about 10 cars every week. We look forward to what this league brings in the future and hopefully a really good end to the season. With that being said, thank you for the league. Thank you for putting this on. Hillman, you got anything else to close us out?
I think that is all for me.
Well, with that being said, this has been Michael Matta. That's been Alex Hillman. And MC Motorsports Broadcasting will see you next week.